How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be doing a quick unbox of the Tissot PRX. This is going to be the blue face quartz style. I have the steel bracelet here, which a lot of you have been trying to get your hands on. And more notably, we're going to open this box really quick and check that out. I'm going to show you that we have the leather strap option. Yeah, I think realistically this watch does look very similar to an AP, a Royal Oak, but when you have it with this leather strap, you still have the styling on the watch itself, but the strap kind of differentiates it just a bit. So what I wanted was both options. I can dress this up a little more or have it a bit more casual with this leather strap. So the purpose of this video is just to show you the two different straps. There are tons of videos that are breaking the details down spec by spec. I'm an average consumer, so again, not only would I be beating a dead horse, but I'm not going to be qualified to talk about the movements and everything that is put into this watch. It's more just to show you the differentiating factor with these two straps. I haven't seen that on YouTube yet, so I just want to provide a source for you guys to have that comparison with the two. Again, so this isn't meant to be a detailed review. I'm just going to show you the box really quick, right? A nice vibrant box. And we have this pretty cool little pop-up here that pops up when you open it. Here's a closer look at it. And inside, we're not going to have as much going on. We have our little pamphlets down here. So there they are. So these pamphlets slide into this bottom piece here, like so. We have a 2-year warranty card. I'm just going to assemble this back really quick, put this to the side. And if we see there, it's a recycled box. Everyone's doing this nowadays. The sunburst on this is absolutely beautiful. Check out my other video. I'm going to make a short on this with some wrist rolls in the sun. But just a deep, gorgeous blue there. On this leather strap, we do have the Tissot logo. One of my issues with this strap is that these two pass-through loops here are a bit too close, so you have to bend this at a pretty sharp angle. I don't know how it's going to wear once you bend this a couple dozen, 100 times, but I'll show you that shortly. Now here we have the steel bracelet, which is, quite the hot commodity and hard to get a hold of, because if you order the strap with the steel bracelet, they don't sell this leather strap by itself. So I reversed it. I ordered it with a leather strap and then got this as an accessory. Now, because I have the best girlfriend, she basically got this as a surprise for me, went above and beyond, and so I'm very content. And I've already worn this about 2-3 times, so don't mind the extra grime here. I'm going to peel this layer off. I was saving this video just for you guys. Quickly here, I'm going to give you all a few wrist rolls. And we'll do a close-up. And quickly here, what we're going to see is there is an arrow pointing to the right. So we have these little fasteners. We're going to slide to the right. I've never done this myself, so this would be a first time on this video. But I'd assume slide these to the right to unfasten this strap. Now this is a flush design, but what Tissot realistically is doing is they want to keep a monopoly on the straps so that you have to buy through them. So really quick, I'm just going to show you how to unfasten this. What we're going to do here is we want to essentially pinch these two pieces inward. Now it's hard to do when this is so flush on the inside of the watch because it's tapping on that part there, so you can't really grab this. So the next part we're going to do is open this steel bracelet. We can see this is from Tissot. Here is the item number if you are trying to locate this. We can see this is vacuum sealed and it is wrapped twice in plastic. So this bracelet's almost actually wrapped 3 times in plastic. We have a 3rd layer on the strap itself here, so I'm going to take that off. And as y'all can see, this is why it's such a great selling watch. This bracelet is extremely underrated. We can see how the light dances on this. Such a distinct look and very attractive. So I'm glad I have both straps here, bracelet and strap. Here I'm going to show you a close-up removing it with my fingernail. And then trying to pinch it there. Comes off. And then to put it back on, I'm going to try to align one side. And then the second one, push in with my finger. Try to retract that. Whichever side goes in. Got it there. But this tends to be the harder side because now we have the strap interfering. So I'm going to try to pinch it before putting it in. The problem is when I'm pinching it, I'm kind of curling it up towards me when it should be opened in this angle, tapered down into the watch. Looking at these straps and the bracelet, this thing is a pain to change because of the way it's recessed here. You can't really use your nails. The best household tool as a result are some tweezers. I'm going to align it and let them open back up. Give it a little wiggle. We want to make sure it's nice and firm. So there we can see it's sitting flush. And then same process to come in. You spread this with your finger and then align it so it hooks around both and you can pinch it. The other thing to note is that this bracelet is a lot harder to change in and out versus the strap because obviously the bracelet loops over. Opening up the clasp will give us a little more space to work with. And then we're going to roll this over. Buckling the second strap is quite the headache. Don't get me wrong, I'm an absolute fan of how tapered this strap is. The problem that I have is how insanely difficult it is to change the strap with the bracelet. For those of you that want to change the look from strap to bracelet, it is going to take a few minutes, so be patient, and I do know that your skill set will be better as you do it more often. I understand that the aesthetic is fantastic from the exterior, but when we're looking at the inside, this is absolutely unacceptable to have such an afterthought on that design. Those are pointed in there. There's not much space, you can see there. I'm barely just touching the top, and I have to kind of come in. And I'm not joking, you guys. You need long nails to unhook this, or luckily, I have these tweezers. There was no tool included in the box, as you guys saw, and for the bracelet, there was no tool with that bracelet as well. Pinch and release. The removal is almost instantaneous. It's putting them on that's the hard part, because I have to bring them in at an angle, and if you move it up, they unfasten. So it needs to come in at an angle, which is extremely difficult, and there's no wiggle room. For comparison, this bracelet is actually easier to put on because this bottom link is flexible. And make sure it's pinched all the way so nothing's sticking out and nothing catches. But you see, the problem is I can't really put it in at this angle. I have to turn my wrist inward. I have to turn this downward and slide it in. So I can't just link it in like this. Okay, I'm going to go with the tweezers here because this is just, it shouldn't take longer than 5 seconds. All right, we got it lined up there. And I might just try to align it with my nails here because this is where it gets harder now that the bracelet's in the way. So I'm going to try to align one end. I got the bracelet on after about 10 minutes of fighting with it. Let's do a few wrist rolls here. Absolutely gorgeous watch on the wrist, and it is very slim, so a dress shirt can slide over this. Obviously this isn't a dress shirt, but shirts do slide over this pretty easily. So I'm going to be leaving this bracelet on because interchanging is just too difficult to do. I'm going to reach out to Tissot and make a complaint. I don't think they're going to do anything of it, but at the very least they should know because that's straight up a defect. But yeah, this concludes this video. Let me know, do you guys like this bracelet or the leather strap more? That said, have a great day, have a great evening, Striker out.